Good morning, everybody. This is Morning Coffee.
803.
T-Velly Production.
Good morning. It is time for today's edition of Morning Coffee. I am your host, Tanisha R. Atkins, and I am here to serve you up some inspirational coffee this morning. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to the Morning Coffee Podcast Show. Again, I am your host, Tanisha R. Atkins. I'm excited. This is week 3. Everybody. Oh my God. Thank you all so much for all of the amazing feedback that I have been getting about the podcast. All of the feedback that's telling me that you guys are really enjoying the show. I really appreciate that. Definitely here at the Morning Coffee Show, we are on a mission to provoke you to change and growth so that you can have a better life and thriving relationships. So this is week 3, and this week we are talking about friendships. I just really want to talk about friendships because I feel like this is a conversation that we just need to have. You know, you can't grow up without talking about everything that goes on in your life, everything that's connected to your life, and your friends are definitely connected to your life. For most of us, you know, having that good conversation with a good friend sometimes is just the morning coffee that we need to pick us up when we're in a funk and just having a bad day or just a rough time in life. Sometimes all it takes is just a phone call from that one friend that can just snatch you up out that hole. So that's what we're going to talk about this week. We're going to talk about the benefits of good friendship. We're going to talk about how to identify when you have a good friendship and a bad friendship. We're going to talk about the rules of engagement, how you handle each other when you're friends. How do you do that and stay connected and be totally honest, which is kind of what we're going to talk about today. So let's go ahead and dive into conversation. This round, what we do here on the Morning Coffee Show, we have our round talk session. Not round talk, real talk. The real talk live with T-Velly, where I just kind of give it to you raw, give it my honest opinion. I try to let my opinions be based on what the Bible says about things, because I believe that the word is the truth. This is a Christian-based show. So, you know, if you don't really kind of line up with the Christian beliefs, this may not be the show for you. But anyway, that's just what it is. I just kind of wanted to put that out there to you because I don't want nobody to get offended. I do welcome feedback. You're welcome to email me at Morning Coffee Live 1 at gmail.com. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the conversation for today. Friendships. Wow. Let me just say that I want to start off saying that I have really been blessed to have some really amazing friends in my life. My friends for me have definitely been a lifeline for me during the times when I was going through some of the worst times in my life. It was really just my friends that really my family too, not to, discredit them, but we're talking about friendships. So anyway, but my friends definitely were there for me. They prayed for me. Definitely, encouraged me along the way. They really saw that the potential in me, and so they just continue to push me forward, which is what we're going to talk about today. I don't want to kind of jump too far ahead in the conversation, but let's talk about some benefits of a good friend. So let's start the conversation this way. Good friendships are the secret to success. And let me tell you why. That's just how much friendships impact our lives. Because, like I told you before, when I was going through something, it was my friends, friends, first of all. A good friend will see the potential in you, even when you don't see it in yourself. And a good friend is able to kind of pull you back when you're kind of stuck in that emotional roller coaster. All it takes is a good friend to say, friend, I love you, but you're doing too much. And when you really, that's why I say friendships are definitely the secret to success, because who you hang around matters. And then I don't mean for the conversation to kind of be all over the place. Please don't forgive me. I'm just really excited about friendships, and I'm kind of trying to get it all out of my little 15 minutes. But let me just back up and start over. Good friendships are the secret to success, because who you hang around matters. Definitely who you hang around matters. My grandmother used to tell us when we were kids, that you can't hang around everybody because you become a product of your environment. And, I definitely did not understand anything about what she was talking about. I'm like, a product? I mean, are we in the store trying to sell stuff? Like, what are you talking about, a product? But I tell you what, as I got older, I definitely understand every single word of what that means. And what that means is that who and what you hang around, you tend to gravitate to what that person does, how that person does it. And so when you have good friends, and you have friends that set goals, and friends that are successful, and friends that are leveling up, and friends that are out here just really going after life, that's the kind of friend that, and if that's the goals that you have for your life, then those are the kind of friends that you need. Those are the kind of friends that you need to have. As you know, the Bible tells us that iron sharpens iron. So what does that mean? So in order for your friend to sharpen you, they have to be sharp themselves. So in other words, like, you can't just hang around anybody. You can't call just anybody your friend. You just cannot. And I know some of y'all may be like, well, what you mean? Listen, I'm just telling you what the Bible says. Iron sharpens iron. Okay? So if you are after a certain level in your life, let me tell it to you this way. Okay? You should have friends that match your goals. Let's say it that way. Because when your friends match your goals, your friends keep you motivated. They motivate you to level up. They become like your accountability partners, if I can say it that way. So if you desire to go to college or finish college, no matter what age you are, if that's your desire, and you hang around people who haven't even graduated high school, how are they going to motivate you to move forward? Because somewhere in their life, they stopped. They just stopped. They hit stop. You understand what I'm saying? So when you hang around friends that have gone to college, or maybe did not get a chance to go to college right after high school, but say they went to college a little later, they decided, hey, this is something that they wanted to accomplish, and you see them really putting steps in place to accomplish that goal, what is that going to do for you? That's going to motivate you to level up. Not that you're trying to be like your friend, because this is not what this conversation is about. Not that that your life has to be exactly like theirs or mirror theirs, but I'm saying when you're a person that's on a mission, on a journey to fulfill your best life, then your friends have to match your goals. You cannot just hang around anybody. You cannot call everybody your friend. And I'm sorry if that offends some of you. That's not what this conversation is about. I'm just kind of telling you about having good friends. So like I said, your friends can keep you motivated. They can be your accountability partners. But let me say it like this: you should also be that for your friends that are trying to get to your level. So say you have friends, okay, because we have different level of friends. So say you have a friend who maybe they have been thinking about, going back to school or something, and maybe that's you. Maybe you took the step to go back to school. Well, then now you become iron for that person, for that friend. You become an accountability partner. You become that pull that friend needs at that time. There are just so many benefits in having a great friend. It's just, like I said, friends kind of understand you sometimes, even when your family don't. Sometimes you can open up to your friend and tell your friend things that you can't tell nobody else. And when you have a good friend, you know that conversation will stay right there. You know that conversation is not going to go beyond that room. But good friends are definitely a treasure. Definitely a treasure. And as I said before, I definitely have had my share of awesome friends. I consider every friend that I have now to be an awesome friend, because I personally feel like I wouldn't be where I am today had I not encountered those friendships, be it past or present. I really feel like each friendship, even the failed friendships that I've encountered, they still help me to get where I am, because for a time and for a season, that friendship was what I needed, and which we're going to talk about that a little bit later on in the week, about how to recognize when your season is up, because not everybody that comes in your life comes to stay. And I think we're old enough now to know that by now. I'm pretty sure we've all at this point have lost friends in our life, and you kind of look back, because especially when you're in elementary school and middle school, and you start thinking, this is my best friend. And now you're in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, and you're like, we were so close. What happened? Well, 9 times out of 10, your season just ended with that friend. That friend came, you learned what you needed to learn, y'all exchanged what y'all needed to exchange, and then it just comes to the point where you get that fork in the road where you gotta go that way, and that friend gotta go that way. And it's just not that y'all know will never meet up again, but it's just the seasons. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna talk about that later on in the week. But I just, good friends are just a treasure. And when you have a good friend, you treasure your friend, you value your friend, you appreciate it. I told y'all before, one of the things that I hate, and I hate is a strong word, I do realize that, but I hate when I hear or see someone post like on social media, I'm quick to cut somebody off. And that bothers me, because a good friend can be a lifeline for you. And while you all offended and in your feelings because this friend done said something and touched the button, I have had that happen to me. I have definitely had that happen to me, where I'm having a conversation with the friend, and I'm just, being me. We're talking because we have a relationship, so I thought like that. And I said something, and immediately, that friend got offended. And I can kind of tell that the friend got offended because the lingo was a little different in our conversation. It was a little snappy here and there. And I was like, geez, I must have said something. Well, here I am wrecking my brain, trying to figure out, what did I do? Like, when did this come about? But because I love my friend, I really just prayed about that. And I said, Lord, if it's something that I did to offend this friend, please bring it to my attention so I can get this right, because I value this friendship, and I could have easily been like, oh, you got an attitude, girl, bye. We quick to say, girl, bye. And I could have been like that, but I've gotten so much out of that relationship, out of that friendship. We have helped to level each other up so much that I decided that matters to me. I don't want to just let go like that. So I talked to the Lord. He revealed it to me, and I went and got that right with my friend. I said, hey, I realize I see your snappiness. I did call on the carpet because I feel like you need to do that. I called on the carpet, and I said, I noticed you've been snappy with me, and I realized that this what I said offended you, but understand I wasn't trying to offend you. I thought we were okay to have that type of conversation. I went too far. I'm sorry. And immediately we were back regular. Now, I would have appreciated if she had said to me, you offended me. And I want to talk about that later on in the week too, because you have to say something. Don't just cut people off without giving them. Don't be like, well, I can't cut you off. If I cut you off, you handed me the scissors. That is so childish and immature. You're going to lose so many people, friends, job, relationships, family members. You're going to lose people like that. That is very immature. And I told y'all last week that the Bible say, when you have ought against your brother, you go to your brother and you try to make that thing right. We just gotta stop being so strifey all the time. That might not be a word, but I make up words because that's what I do. But I'm going to wrap it up today. I'm excited to talk to y'all about friendships, and I know I kind of rambled a little bit today, but I'm just excited about friendships, and I want you to understand the benefits of having a great friend. Well, we're going to be back tomorrow, and we're going to talk about how to identify a toxic friend, when it's time to let go, and all that little stuff, because you have to have those conversations too. Y'all go have a great day and be blessed. That is today's Morning Coffee. I'm your host, Tanisha R. Atkins. Connect with me on Facebook at The Morning Coffee Show. And I'm out until tomorrow.